My beloved child, I am speaking directly to you right now. I see you sitting there, listening to my voice, perhaps carrying a heaviness in your chest that you have not known how to explain to anyone else. I want you to take a deep, slow breath right now. Feel the air filling your lungs, and as you exhale, know that I am right beside you. I am not a distant concept or a historical figure sitting on a faraway throne, detached from your daily reality. I am your closest friend, your savior, and the one who has numbered every single hair on your head. I see the silver that has woven its way into that hair, and I see the lines upon your face. Those are not flaws, my child. They are the beautiful, sacred maps of a life lived, of sacrifices made, of tears shed in the dark, and of laughter shared in the light. You have entered what the world calls the third age, the golden years, a season that you were told would be filled with endless rest and tranquility. Yet I know the secret truth that you carry in your quietest moments. I know that this season is often filled with profound anxieties, invisible physical aches, and silent doubts that creep in when the house is still. You are a chosen one, my beloved, and because you are chosen, you have been entrusted with spiritual gifts, gifts that are not always wrapped in worldly success, but are forged in the fires of real life. Today, I want to reveal the 7 spiritual gifts only the chosen ones receive, and I want you to know that you already possess them, even on the days you feel completely powerless. The very first of these is the gift of a tender heart. Over the decades, the world has tried to harden you. You have faced disappointments, betrayals, and the harsh realities of living in a broken world. Yet, your heart still breaks for others. You still care deeply. That tenderness is not a weakness. It is a divine mark upon your soul, a reflection of my own heart beating within your chest. You carry this gift beautifully, even when it causes you pain. I want to validate everything you are feeling right now. Please, release the guilt you have been carrying for not feeling happy enough or peaceful enough in this stage of your life. The world tells you that you should have everything figured out by now, that you should wake up every day with a carefree spirit. But I know about the nights you wake up at 3 in the morning, your mind racing with worries about your children, your grandchildren, your health, or your financial security. I know the pang of loneliness that sometimes hits you, even in a crowded room, as you remember the friends and loved ones who have already crossed over into eternity. You wonder if you did enough, if you loved enough, if you made the right choices when you were younger. You look back at the decades, and sometimes a wave of regret tries to pull you under. Hear me now. There is no condemnation in my presence. Absolutely none. I am not here to judge the missteps you made when you were trying to navigate the complex labyrinth of life. I am here to wash your feet, to soothe your tired soul, and to tell you that your pain is valid, recognized, and deeply felt by me. You also possess the second gift, the gift of silent endurance. Think of all the mornings you woke up exhausted, yet you still provided. You still cooked. You still worked. You still held your family together. You have been a pillar for so many, often neglecting your own needs to ensure the survival and happiness of those you love. That endurance is a profound spiritual gift. It is the very essence of bearing a cross out of love. And from that endurance comes the third gift, the gift of profound empathy. You understand suffering in a way that the young and untested simply cannot. When you see a stranger struggling, your heart aches because you have walked through your own valleys of shadows. You are feeling the weight of the years right now, and that is completely natural. Your body does not respond the way it did in your 20s or 30s, and that loss of vitality can feel like a grieving process. I honor that grief. I am not asking you to pretend everything is perfect. I am simply asking you to let me sit with you in the imperfection. I have been with you through every single season. I was there in the vibrant energy of your youth. I was there in the busy, chaotic days of your midlife, and I am holding your hand right now in this reflective season. You have not failed. You are surviving. You are feeling, and you are reaching out for me. That is all I have ever asked of you. Breathe out the guilt, my child. Let the tears fall if they need to. You are safe with me, completely known and completely loved. Let us look together with gentle eyes at how this heavy weight accumulated on your shoulders over the years. Life, as you have intimately discovered, happens incredibly fast. It feels like just yesterday you were looking at the world with the wide, unbroken eyes of youth, filled with dreams that seemed so easily attainable. But the reality of earthly existence is demanding. Day by day, year by year, the world asked more and more of you. You had to learn how to survive, how to pay the bills, how to protect your heart from those who did not treat it with the care it deserved. Without even realizing it, you began to build walls. You stacked bricks of self-protection to shield yourself from further heartbreaks, from the unexpected losses that took your breath away, and from the harsh criticisms of a society that constantly demands perfection. Over the decades, the noise of the world became deafening. The continuous stream of responsibilities, the cultural pressures, and the urgent demands of daily survival slowly drowned out my quiet, still voice. This is where we so often get lost, not through a sudden dramatic turning away, but through the slow, almost imperceptible drifting caused by the sheer exhaustion of living. You were so busy keeping everyone else afloat that you barely had time to notice you were sinking yourself. And as you aged, a new kind of weight was added, the feeling of becoming invisible to a world that obsesses over youth and speed. You may feel like the world is rushing by, speaking a language you no longer fully relate to, leaving you feeling isolated or left behind. In this struggle, you have developed the fourth gift, the gift of spiritual hunger. Despite the walls, despite the exhaustion, your soul has never stopped yearning for something deeper, something eternal, something true. You are listening to this right now because that hunger is alive inside of you. You are searching for the peace that the world promised, but fundamentally failed to deliver. The world told you that peace comes from a large bank account, a flawless family, or an unaging body. But you have lived long enough to see through that illusion. You know now that true peace cannot be manufactured by human hands. I want to offer you a loving solution, one that is firmly anchored in the reality of your current life. You do not need to muster up the energy to tear down all the walls you have built. I know you are tired. You do not need to go back and fix the past, nor do you need to try and control the uncontrollable future. My solution for you is found in a promise I made a long time ago, recorded in the book of Mark. I said to my disciples, who were overwhelmed, exhausted, and surrounded by the endless demands of the crowds, "Come with me by yourselves to a quiet place and get some rest." Mark 6:31. I am extending that exact same invitation to you today. Come with me. You do not have to fix yourself before you come. You do not have to pretend to be strong. Rest, my beloved, is not merely the absence of physical labor. It is a profound spiritual posture. It is the decision to stop trying to be the general manager of the universe. For decades, you felt you had to control the outcomes of your family's lives, your career, and your health. The anxiety you feel now is often the agonizing friction between your desire to protect those you love and the painful realization that you ultimately cannot control their paths. Here is where the fifth gift, the gift of generational wisdom, shines brightly within you. You have lived long enough to recognize what truly matters. You know that love, presence, and grace are far more valuable than titles or possessions. Use that wisdom now to forgive yourself for the times you fell short. Use that wisdom to realize that you are allowed to rest. You are allowed to lay down the heavy armor you have worn for so long. Just let me through the small cracks in your walls. Allow my light to filter into the dusty, forgotten corners of your heart, where you hide your deepest regrets. Let me softly illuminate the memories that bring you pain, and let my hands, scarred by love, gently wash away the sting of those past wounds. You have carried the world for so long, my child. It is time to let me carry you. Now, my beautiful child, I want to lift your chin and shift your perspective to the radiant horizon of my grace. You have spent so much time measuring your life by human clocks and earthly calendars. You look at your age, you count the years behind you, and you look at the time you assume you have left, and a sense of panic or melancholy tries to take hold. You think to yourself, it is too late to change, or I have missed my chance for true joy, or I am too broken to find perfect peace now. But you must understand that my grace does not operate on the world's timeline. I am the Alpha and the Omega, the beginning and the end. I exist outside of time, and therefore, in my kingdom, it is absolutely never too late for you. What you perceive as lost time, I can redeem in a single, magnificent moment of grace. The years that you feel the locusts have eaten, the years of sorrow, of stress, of feeling unappreciated, I can restore. I want to remind you of another truth from the book of Mark, a truth that breaks the boundaries of human logic. With man this is impossible, but not with God. All things are possible with God. Mark 10:27. It may seem impossible for you to find complete emotional and spiritual healing at this stage of your life, but with me, it is a joyful certainty. You are now stepping into the realization of the sixth gift, the gift of surrendered hands. This is the beautiful, liberating moment where you finally stop fighting the current. You open your hands and release your adult children into my care. You release your health into my hands. You release your past mistakes into my ocean of mercy. Surrender is not defeat. It is the ultimate act of courage and trust. It is the profound realization that you are held by a power far greater than your own strength. Because you are a chosen one, you are deeply loved, fiercely guarded, profoundly strong in your spirit, and continuously protected by my angels. You are not a burden to your family, to society, and especially not to me. You are a treasure. Your prayers, spoken in the quiet of your room, shift the very atmosphere of heaven. Your presence brings a seasoned light into a dark world. The time that you have remaining on this earth, whether it is a handful of days or many more decades, is an open, beautiful canvas for my peace. You do not need to achieve anything else to earn my love. You do not need to prove your worth to anyone. Your only task now is to receive, which brings us to the seventh and final gift, the gift of divine peace. This is the peace that surpasses all human understanding. It is a peace that anchors your soul even when the storms of aging, illness, or loss howl around you. It is the deep, unshakable knowing that you are mine and that your eternal future is secure, glorious, and filled with a joy you cannot even begin to imagine. I want you to envision us walking together, hand in hand, through the rest of your days. When the pain flares up, I will be the comfort in your bones. When the loneliness whispers, I will be the song in your spirit. You are equipped with these 7 spiritual gifts because I chose you before the foundation of the world. You are my masterpiece, growing more beautiful, more nuanced, and more precious with every passing year. Stand tall in your spirit today. Breathe out the lingering fear of the unknown, and breathe in the absolute certainty of my eternal love for you. You are triumphant, you are cherished, and you are entirely whole in my eyes. My beloved, do not walk away from this encounter carrying the same heavy bags you brought in. I want to take them from you permanently. Leave your burden in the comments below. Type, "I receive your peace, Lord," as a declaration of your surrender and faith. And please, subscribe to this channel so that we may continue to walk this beautiful, healing journey together every single day. I am with you always.